Man, what a play by Cody Bellinger. Had to go a long way, saved one run, maybe two, with that catch in left field down the line. But the Blue Jays do have an early 1-0 lead. A look at the Yankee lineup tonight. And, of course, the highlight is Aaron Judge. Last night, his 6th career home run in a game in which the Yankees were facing elimination, tied for most all time. One change in the lineup is that Paul Goldschmidt is in. Ben Rice is out. Aaron Boone, knowing this is a bullpen game, expecting to see righty-lefty, that sort of thing. It begins with Louis Varland getting right back on the horse and right back in the ballgame.
Yeah, he pitched an inning in the game last night and gave up a 3-run home run to Aaron Judge and a solo shot to Jazz Chisholm Jr. But after the game, he and the manager had a little chat. And what John Snyder heard from Louis Varland encouraged him to make the choice and start Varland in this bullpen game.
Yeah, Schneider was asked before the game, did Varland need any kind of a boost or a pep talk? And John Schneider's answer was 2 words: oh no. He is convinced that Louis Varland is up to the task, as he was a couple of weeks ago in that bullpen game against the Red Sox. He starts Trent Grisham with a strike.
Well, the Blue Jays might lose this game, but they're not going to be intimidated by the situation. They've got a lot of confidence in their ability to win a game here in New York.
Grisham 2 for 12 so far in this series. Lays off a changeup down low, and it's a ball and a strike.
Trent Grisham is 0 for 2. And the Blue Jays and Yankees, this is the 17th game they have played this season. The Yankees have seen a lot of the relief pitchers in this series, but they have seen a lot of them all season long.
This is popped up and in foul territory. Barger and Kirk are there, and Barger will make the catch. Looked like he kind of took a look in Kirk's direction, but then took over and made the play for the out. And that's an important out, because now it means Aaron Judge comes up with the bases empty.
Yeah, Judge is having a great series. He is 7 for 11 in the series with that 3-run home run last night. That came off of Louis Varland. It was his first home run in 27 plate appearances in the postseason.
Be interesting to see how Varland attacks him, as he did not get the call on a pitch that looked like it had plenty of the top part of the zone. That's ball 1. Started him with a slider. Last night it was curveball, fastball. Lined into left, a base hit. And Aaron Judge is now 8 for 12 in the series.
Yeah, he and Vladdy are off to great starts for their respective teams. Vladdy has 9 hits in 14 at-bats, and Judge has 8 hits in 12 at-bats. That's a breaking ball that was over the heart of the plate. Varland's fortunate that he didn't get it in the air.
So 1 on, 1 out. Here's Bellinger, who takes a fastball for a strike. Actually, forgive me, that's the changeup at 95. It looks like a hard 2-seam fastball, and for most guys it would be that, but that is Varland's changeup. He can hit mid-90s with it. And now Bellinger asked for time.
There's a lot of guys that would love to have a fastball at that velocity, but that's his changeup, because he can touch 100 with his 4-seamer.
You see Max Scherzer, Chris Bassett, Joey Loperfido, and others. Guys who aren't on the roster are in uniform, are in the dugout, and are rooting their teammates on here. Davis Schneider figures to be a part of this game a little bit later on. Varland out in front of Bellinger, 0-2. And he got him with a 100-mile-an-hour fastball, 2 down.
You know, he got it in a good spot as well, and he gets a big strikeout, second out of the inning, and he comes inside, trying to go away, but he pulls it all the way across the plate. But at 100 miles an hour, Cody Bellinger just couldn't pull the trigger.
Two down. Here's Giancarlo Stanton. And he lifts a fly ball to right field, but it's not that deep. It's playable for Santander, and the inning is over. And as you well know, Buck, just so unusual for a team that's been so good defensively, but you just cannot give a team as dangerous as the Yankees extra outs, especially in this ballpark.
Yeah, in this ballpark, it's really magnified, because every time they have the encouragement of getting a 4th out in the inning, they make things happen.
Louis Varland back on the mound to begin the bottom of the second. It's 1-0 Blue Jays as Jazz Chisholm Jr. leads it off. Chisholm 2 for 11 with a home run in the series. He hit that home run last night.
Off Louis Varland.
Mason Fluharty looks like he will be next. Again, this is a bullpen game. Everybody just about on the staff is available. The right-hand hitting Paul Goldschmidt's on deck. So undoubtedly Varland's going to stay for him, but we could obviously see a pitching move here in the second inning.
Yeah, and that's what John has planned. He's just going to go batter for batter and see where they stand.
Chisholm thought about it, but lays off, and it's ball 3.
In that last bullpen game against Boston, Varland went 2 innings, retired all 6 he faced with 3 strikeouts, and then Eric Lauer came in and pitched 3 1/3 and retired all 10 batters he faced. Gabriel Rodriguez had 2 outs, and then Braden Fischer came in for 2/3 of an inning. He was touched up for a run on 2 hits, but Dominguez, Little, and Hoffman finished out that game. The bullpen was outstanding last Thursday against Boston.
Yeah, they had a perfect game through 6 with those first 3 guys. I mean, even in your wildest dreams, you don't expect that. 3-2, the count on Chisholm. And Varland gets him. 1 down.
Isn't it interesting how 1 strikeout can quiet 45,000 people? I mean, they went absolutely silent when Chisholm swung and missed at this pitch. That's a slider that stayed on the outside part of the plate. He got a piece of it, but Kirk was able to hang on to the foul tip. I mean, this place went dead silent after that strikeout.
Now Paul Goldschmidt. Ben Rice has been starting at first base, but again, Aaron Boone wanted to mix it up a little bit, kind of knowing what was coming from the Blue Jay pitching staff with this bullpen game. So he's got righties hitting 2, 4, 6, and 8 in his lineup. More balanced than it has been in the first 3 games of the series.
Yeah, and Louis Varland in last night's game threw 20 pitches. But, you know, in an era where everybody's concerned about consecutive outings and pitch count, this is not the time of the year to worry about that.
1-1 the count. And Goldschmidt swings through a fastball at 100, 1-2.
A lot of life on that fastball, and he kept it away, and it had a lot of late movement away from the righty.
Goldschmidt still hit for a decent average this year, 274. The power, though, way down from earlier in his career.
Now, he got off to a great start. Looked like he was going to really have a phenomenal season, but then they kind of caught up to him, and he slowed things down.
They've got 4 former MVPs in the lineup tonight. Judge, Bellinger, Stanton, Goldschmidt. Oh, and he hit him. It gets away from Varland, who tried to throw a 2-seamer. And it ran right in. He had Goldschmidt with a 2-2 count, and it ran right in on him and hit him. And now here comes John Schneider for the first of what is sure to be many pitching changes here tonight.
Yeah, that's unfortunate because Varland certainly had the upper hand in that at bat against Goldschmidt. Then he tried a 2-seamer, it ran too far inside and clipped him.
So Varland will go an inning and a third, and Mason Fluharty is now jogging in from the bullpen. And with 1 on, 1 out, bottom 2, here's Mason Fluharty.
Fluharty has really been throwing the ball great lately. Over his last 15 appearances, he's got an ERA of 1.32. He's allowed just 1 hit in his last 42 at-bats. He has really been shut down. 2-pitch pitcher, throws a cutter and a wicked sweeper.
And he's in to face the left-hand hitting catcher Austin Wells with Goldschmidt at first and 1 down. And misses low with a first pitch sweeper, ball 1. Wells faced Fluharty last night. That was the ball popped up back of third that Addison Barger could not make the play on. That big error that preceded the Judge home run by a couple of batters. Fluharty, in a sense, deserved a better fate, really. Good job by Louis Varland. Unfortunately, though, he hit Goldschmidt with his last pitch through a two-seamer, which Varland does not throw very often at all, and it just ran way in on Goldschmidt. Down the left field line, out of play, 1-2.
Now, you mentioned that pop-up that Wells hit. It was booted by Addison Barger down the left field line, and maybe that kind of rattled Fluharty to the point where he walked the next batter, a left-handed hitter, Trent Grisham. And that would set up the situation with Aaron Judge coming to the plate. Varland came in and gave up a 3-run home run. That was all in the 4th inning. Turned the game around. At that point, it tied the game at 6-6.
The Yankees playing in their 4th game in which they have faced elimination, and obviously they won the first 3. 2 against Boston and then 1 last night against the Blue Jays. Two and two the count as Fluharty battles Wells. Goldschmidt a short lead at first, being held by Guerrero. And the pitch. Swung on and missed. He got him for out number 2.
Yeah, he got that sweeper in a great spot. It started in the outer half of the plate and broke down and away, but it was in the strike zone long enough to get Wells to swing at it, and he strikes out.
And Buck, look at this. Yariel Rodriguez and Sir Anthony Dominguez are both up. So you know that John Schneider and Pete Walker have all sorts of contingency plans depending on what happens batter to batter here in this game, as Anthony Volpe steps in against Fluharty.
Excuse me, we have seen Rodriguez get up early in games and just kind of get loose. Whether or not he's been told to get up or not, we're not really sure. But if Dominguez is up now, he's been told get up and get hot.
Well, and Dominguez is unquestionably up in case Aaron Judge comes up this inning, don't you think?
Yep.
John Schneider wants his best facing Aaron Judge when at all possible, and Dominguez is one of the Blue Jays' best and has been so tough on right-handed batters. 1-1 to Volpe. Popped up foul, back out of play, 1-2. One of the nice things about Fluharty is when he is on, he can be as tough on right-handed batters as left-handed batters. Snaps a throw to first. Goldschmidt back in, standing up. 5th round pick a few years back out of Liberty University, who did not break camp with the Blue Jays this year. Came up about a week into the season and has really helped them out of the bullpen. 2-2.
Yeah, he's done a great job, and you know, we didn't know much about him. Came into spring training, and he was having trouble throwing strikes early in the season, but he's really mastered the command of that cutter. A pitch he can throw for strikes and really sets up his sweeping breaking ball.
Bounced foul. He struck out Volpe last night and trying to get him out here again to finish off this bottom of the 2nd.
Now, for the season, righties hit just 202 against Mason. Left-handers, they didn't fare very well at all. They hit 182 against Fluharty.
Two. Strike 3 call. Just clipped the corner of the strike zone in the eyes of home plate umpire Tony Randazzo. 2 batters, 2 strikeouts for Mason Fluharty. 1-0 Blue Jays at the end of 2. During the break, this is John Schneider with some last-minute instructions for Alejandro Kirk. Mason Fluharty's back on the mound. A couple of lefties coming up. Judge looming. Activity in the bullpen. This is a game where there's going to be a ton of communication, batter to batter.
Yeah, and John, he talking to the catcher saying, hey, listen, you got 2 left-handed batters before Judge. So let's do our best to retire those 2 batters so we have an opportunity to work with Judge, 2 outs and nobody on. Just another reminder. Yeah, you're always trying to get hitters out, but this is a unique situation with 2 lefties against Fluharty.
Ryan McMahon trying to bunt his way aboard, and he bunted that one sharply back into the screen. So the matchups right now have worked out the way that John Schneider wants them to. Mason Fluharty is going to face two lefties here to begin this inning. He faced two batters last inning, a lefty and a righty, struck them both out. Got him to chase, and it's 0-2.
Yeah, and we mentioned, you know, you got two lefties. That's what you're in the game for. Get these two guys out.
Sir Anthony Dominguez is up, so it looks like he will be the one who in all likelihood will come in to face Aaron Judge here in the third inning. If this is June, he's not getting up till the 8th, but this is October. Couple of spots away. Judge with the only hit for the Yankees so far tonight, a single in the first. Outside, 2-2.
Fluharty has struck out both batters he's faced. He got Wells swinging. He got Volpe looking.
You see Max Scherzer, Chris Bassett, both of them threw yesterday. That's a foul ball in Toronto. Scherzer threw a 5-inning simulated game, Bassett 3 innings, and among those they pitched to Ty France, Joey Loperfido, and Bo Bichette, and then they all flew down together to get here in time for the game last night.
Yeah, and it was good news for Bo Bichette. He had 3 consecutive pretty good days of rehabbing, and he took some live BP against those 2 Blue Jays starters.
2-2 again. That's high. Bichette did some light jogging on the field again, so there is progress. But should the Blue Jays advance to the ALCS, nobody knows, or at least nobody is saying, if there's any chance that he would be available. This one sent to right field. Santander will turn. It's gone. McMahon takes Fluharty deep, and it's a 1-1 tie.
In the first 2 games, the Blue Jays out-homered the Yankees 8-1. Last night, the Yankees out-homered the Blue Jays 2-1 and won that game. And Ryan McMahon gets his first extra base hit of this division series. He just one-handed a sweeper into the seats in right.
Now Trent Grisham. Almost got hit, ball 1. Not a guy who has hit lefties well during the season, but McMahon finds the seats at the short porch and right to tie the game. Sweeper in there, 1-1.
And that pitch that McMahon hit was on the outer third, but just not far enough away. Got to it.
Pop back foul, 1-2 now on Grisham. And so important again to try to get him out so that Judge doesn't come up with anybody on base. Fluharty ahead, 1-2. And this one is fouled back as well. It remains a ball and 2 strikes on Grisham. Well, he has gone almost exclusively with his sweeper. He's only got 2 pitches, cutter, sweeper. 6 of the 7 to McMahon were sweepers. All 4 to Grisham have been sweepers. There's a cutter that misses up and away, 2-2. Foul back.
Now the cutter on the outer part of the plate. The home run McMahon hit was only the 3rd home run a lefty hitter has hit against Fluharty this season. They gave up 4 home runs to right-handed hitters, but had just allowed 2 homers to the southpaws in the regular season.
Again, the 2-2. And again, fouled off by Grisham. Boy, good at bat. This is what John Schneider wants with his lefties, to get the majority of their at-bats against Yankee left-handed hitters. Two yet again, and it's high, ball 3.
And Grisham in the series so far, just 3 for 13. And he struck out 3 times. He's trying to get on base for Aaron Judge.
Getting louder and louder. Strike 3 called. Just got the inside corner. Grisham didn't agree, but a big out for Fluharty. And not surprisingly, here comes John Schneider to make the change. And Bucky wants Sir Anthony Dominguez here in the 3rd to face Aaron Judge.
Yeah, Dominguez has dominated right-handed hitters, and there's none better than Aaron Judge, so this is a terrific matchup. Fluharty does his thing. Now here comes Sir Anthony Dominguez.
And we have a big-time matchup here in the 3rd inning. Every at-bat, the importance of every at-bat magnified so much because of the meaning of the game. Sir Anthony Dominguez is in the 3rd inning to face Aaron Judge.
Yeah, so far in the series, he has retired all 5 batters he's faced. He is, the lefties to 0 for 3, right-handers 0 for 2, and Aaron Judge has a couple of hits in 3 at-bats against him. But the power for the season, Sir Anthony Dominguez held righty hitters to a 130 average.
Swing and a miss at the sweeper, 0-1.
Yeah, if I'm Sir Anthony, I'm keeping the ball away from Judge. Just keep it away, throw down and away with the fastball, get him to chase the breaking balls down and away.
On the season, what Judge did best was hit fastballs. Ridiculous numbers. What he did next best, good numbers, was breaking balls. Sweepers, curveballs, sliders. What he did worst of all was off-speed pitches, changeups, and splitters.
Well, when you hit 331, you're hitting just about everything.
That's a split in the dirt. It's ball 2. Low, ball 3.
Yeah, it looked like Kirk wanted that pitch right at the bottom of the zone, but he didn't get the call.
And line to second, caught by Ernie Clement. It got out there quickly, but right at Clement for the second out.
Sir Anthony Dominguez had to duck out of the way. That ball was coming right back at him about 100 miles an hour. And it kind of rocked Ernie Clement on the back of his heels. Now Judge and Stanton are having a little chat about what Judge saw facing Sir Anthony.
And Buck 112 miles an hour to be exact on that lineup, but it's out number 2, and here's Cody Bellinger. Bellinger caught looking in the 1st by Louis Varland. Now to play, 1-1. Eric Lauer is now up in the bullpen.
Lauer is a terrific pitcher for the Blue Jays all season long. He started pitching relief, moved into the rotation, pitched very well there. Now he's back into the bullpen.
Line drive center field. Back goes Varsho, and he'll make the play. Trey Savage making the long walk out to the Blue Jay bullpen. So clearly it may not be likely, but clearly it is possible, Buck, that he is going to pitch in this game tonight.
Well, he made 25 appearances in the minor leagues, all but 3 of those were as a starter. So he has come out of the bullpen in the past, and this is a unique situation. So he's making his way down to the Blue Jays bullpen in between innings.
He threw 78 pitches 3 days ago in that start back at the Rogers Center. 1-1 tie, bottom 4. Sir Anthony Dominguez got a couple of outs in the third, and is back out to face Giancarlo Stanton to begin the bottom half of this inning. Fastball in there, 1-1.
Stanton so far in this series is just 3 for 14. He fly out to right field in the first.
Inside, ball 2. After Stanton, it'll be Jazz Chisholm Jr. and then a Paul Goldschmidt. And again, the way Aaron Boone has set up the Yankee lineup, it alternates left, right, top to bottom. So a little more complicated for John Schneider to decide when he wants to make a move.
Dominguez so far is a little bit ahead of his arm. His arm is dragging. That's why he's not able to get that slider down and away to the right-handed hitters.
Pumps in a fastball. It's full.
Better delivery right there as he really drove it to the glove side to get a strike.
Three-two. Ball 4, and he walks him to begin the inning. Brendan Little is now up in the bullpen. So John Schneider has gone to and will continue to go to a lot of his high leverage guys early on in this game, just trying to put out fires when they may exist, and really wanting to make sure, obviously, Buck, that he's got his best in there against Aaron Judge and the best the Yankees have.
Yep, and he's playing to win this game. That's how he's going to use his bullpen. When he sees a stretch of Yankee hitters where he likes the matchup, he'll go to the bullpen and bring in the next guy. And there's your Savage down with Braden Fischer in the pen.
That's low, a ball and a strike on Jazz Chisholm Jr., who struck out against Louis Varland in the second. Stanton not a threat to go. Ground ball to first. To second, one back to first in time for the double play.
Well, what a play by Vladdy. He got kind of a tricky hop and pinned it against his body, but then he uses that terrific arm to throw a strike to second base, and Andres Jimenez returns it. The guy pins it against his body and then throws a strike chest high to the shortstop. And that's a nifty 3-6-3 double play. And you can see Jimenez has plenty of time to double up Chisholm.
Big play for the Blue Jays. 2 outs, bases empty. And now Paul Goldschmidt, who was hit by a pitch in the second. There's a chance no Yankee hitter will face the same Blue Jay pitcher twice in this game.
Yeah, a very good chance because they're using their bullpen, and I think that's the plan for John Schneider. Give them a different look every time they come to the plate.
0-2. Way up in the air, back of third. Clement, or Jimenez rather. Jimenez will call off Barger by Schlittler. He might have gotten a bit of a break on the call, but boy, is that a big out with Guerrero at the plate.
Yeah, he did a great job throwing that two-seamer to end the inning. Now the next pitcher for the Blue Jays will be Eric Lauer. Lauer pitched against the Yankees on Sunday at Rogers Center. He lasted just a third of an inning, charged with 3 runs on 3 hits. That was in that 5-run 7th inning the Yankees put up.
So he comes in a spot where 3 of the next 4 batters are left-handed hitters. It begins with Austin Wells, who struck out in the second. in the air, popped up back of third. Jimenez calls off Barger, makes the play, one down.
Yeah, Andres came over quickly from shortstop. Barger initially thought he was going to have a play on him, but the shortstop called him off. He had a better angle there and made a play in shallow left field. You can see how he calls off, and Barger puts the brakes on and pulls out of his way.
Communication so important and sometimes so difficult in a ballpark that's as noisy as this one.
Especially this time of the year when everybody's supercharged.
Anthony Volpe bounces it foul.
Lauer does a great job of mixing his pitches. He's never been an overpowering guy. His fastball averages 92. He throws a cutter, a curveball, a slider, and a changeup, and he'll use them equally. He just has the ability to sequence his pitches very effectively.
He's the fourth pitcher of the night in this bullpen game. Way up in the air, right side, but this one is going to fade out of play.
You see how, even though it's 92 miles an hour, Volpe was a little bit late because you've got so many different pitches on your mind. Trying to guard against the breaking ball, think about the changeup, and he throws that 92-mile-an-hour fastball, and he beat him upstairs.
Lauer, a guy, of course, who stabilized things for the Blue Jays when they were having a lot of trouble at the back end of the rotation. Started off as a reliever, moved into the rotation, finished the year in the pen. And he gets Volpe. A cutter up at the belt, 2 down.
Volpe has 5 strikeouts in his last 6 plate appearances. For the season, he struck out a ton, 150 strikeouts in the regular season. That's that cutter upstairs that he can't make contact with.
So Lauer has retired the first 2 batters he has faced. And now here's the number 9 hitter, Ryan McMahon, who homered in the 3rd inning off of Mason Fluharty. His first career postseason home run. This is his 11th career postseason game.
McMahon and Lauer spent time in the National League, so McMahon has 7 at-bats against Lauer.
San Diego versus Colorado back in the day.
He's 3 for 7. Prior to that outing on Sunday against the Yankees, Eric Lauer hadn't faced the Yankees since 2019. So there are a lot of guys that haven't seen an awful lot of Eric Lauer.
And that game in 2019 was here, his one previous outing here at Yankee Stadium. Brendan Little and Yariel Rodriguez both up. All hands on deck. Ground ball to second. Clement on to Guerrero. Well, as if this ball game wasn't interesting enough already, given everything that's at stake, Kevin Gausman is walking out to the Blue Jay bullpen. John Schneider made it very clear it would have to be an extremely unique situation, and he didn't elaborate, but a unique situation that would warrant him saying to Kevin Gausman, get up in the bullpen, you are going in. But obviously, Buck, there is a chance, however small it may be, that Kevin Gausman could pitch in relief tonight.
Yeah, it's really interesting because in our media meeting with Aaron Boone before the game, he mentioned Gausman as a possibility of pitching for the Blue Jays out of the pen. And so, you know, anything is in play here tonight with the Blue Jays having a chance to eliminate the Yankees and the Yankees needing to win the game to stay alive. Gausman last pitched in relief in 2020. He made 2 relief appearances in 2020. But for his career, he has made several relief appearances, including 2019. He made 14 relief appearances pitching for Cincinnati.
Meanwhile, Eric Lauer back on the mound, worked a 3-up, 3-down 5th. Top of the order here, Grisham, Judge, Bellinger. Activity in the Blue Jay bullpen as we speak. And the first pitch in for a strike on Grisham, who's 0 for 2. Outside, it's Yariel Rodriguez in the bullpen, so it looks like he will be the guy to face Aaron Judge here this inning.
Unless They get Grisham out and roll the dice and walk Judge.
1-2.
And if they happen to do that, I mean, there's a lot rolling through those guys' minds in that dugout. I mean, obviously, you don't make any decisions till you see what happens with the Grisham at bat here. But Lauer's ahead 1-2. And I know if you walk Judge, you're putting on the potential tying run. And Bellinger behind him hits well against lefty pitching.
Has hit lefties better than righties all season long. Outside 2-2.
But these are all the things that John Schneider has to contemplate in a one-run game.
They knew when they did not include Max Scherzer or Chris Bassett on the roster that it was very likely this kind of a game would arise. In the dirt, 3-2.
Well, if he walks him, I don't think there's any doubt that we'll see Rodriguez. This is the fourth batter that Lauer has faced.
Strike 3 called. Throws him with a breaking ball that got a lot of the plate. 1 down.
Tell you what, Lauer is a cool customer, man. He had the ability to throw that breaking ball. Now, Pete Walker and Snyder talking about their options. What do you want to do here?
Boy, this is interesting stuff. Aaron Judge.
Put him on. Yep.
Tony. He's yelling Tony. That's Tony Randazzo, the home plate umpire.
They're going to put him on.
Yeah.
Exactly what I thought.
Lauer didn't see it, and Judge didn't know it. And John, it's so noisy here. It took John Schneider a while to get the attention of Tony Randazzo.
Now, you mentioned Bellinger. He's hit well against lefties all season long, and he's faced Lauer a lot. He's 6 for 22 against Lauer. So Pete Walker's going to come out and have a little chat. I mean, as hot as Judge has been, you can't argue with putting him on, even though he represents the tying run.
So you could have put him on, or you could have gone to Rodriguez to pitch to him.
Right,
those were the two
but they
options.
have gone through pitchers so quickly here in this game. And I think they like the effectiveness of Lauer in this game a little longer.
And the pace at which they're going through pitchers makes me think that it is a possibility that those two guys we saw walk down there, Trey Savage, Kevin Gausman, that one of them might pitch here tonight.
The only way they pitch in this game is if it's late and the Blue Jays have a lead.
Yep. 36 intentional walks for Judge. 7 of them were issued by the Blue Jays during the regular season.
In 6 games, and in those 6 games, the Blue Jays had a 5-1 record.
So now Bellinger again, who has hit lefties extraordinarily well this year. Lauer starts him with a perfect pitch, 0-1.
Lauer's done that all season long. He takes the aggressiveness away from the hitter by throwing strike 1.
Bellinger on the year, 353 and 153 at bats against lefties. Line drive left field. It's playable, and it's caught by Lucas for the second out.
Now you go to the right-hander.
Yeah, and here he comes.
Yeah, they've got Rodriguez ready, stands at the plate, and Yariel Rodriguez will come on. And what a job by Eric Lauer. Again, the same way he's pitched all season long.
He has been such a big part of this pitching staff, and he got 5 huge outs in this game. Here. Kevin Gausman and Trey Savage are both sitting in the bullpen, and who knows, maybe one of them gets called upon later on tonight. But right now, it's another big moment. It's 2-1 Blue Jays, bottom 6, runner at first, 2 down. Yariel Rodriguez to face Giancarlo Stanton.
Yeah, and Rodriguez retired Stanton a little chopper right out in front of home plate in the game last night. And then he would come back for the 7th inning and had a 1-2-3 7th inning. So he retired all 4 Yankees he faced last night.
The pitch that has made Rodriguez so successful against righties this year is the slider. That was it right there, but that was not anywhere near his best slider. in terms of either movement or location. Looking to get it sharper and down and away from Stanton. Missed outside, 2-0. Varland started. He did a great job. Lauer just did a tremendous job getting 5 outs. Fluharty, Dominguez have also pitched. Now Rodriguez. Staying with the slider, but he's missing by more and more.
Yeah, and he really had a rotational delivery that last time. That's why he pulled it so far away from Stanton, not close to the strike zone.
Stays with it even at 3-0 and catches the corner. Runner goes.
Outside.
It's outside, ball 4, so that's a walk to Stanton. And the Yankees have runners at first and second. So he loses the right-handed hitter, and now he's got to face the left-hand hitting Jazz Chisholm Jr., and it looks like Pete Walker's going back to the phone.
Yeah, but they can't do anything right now because Rodriguez has to face 3 batters.
Yeah. Well,
Jazz Chisholm Jr. is 0 for 7 against Rodriguez.
You never know when the biggest moment of the game might happen. It could be right here.
Yeah.
2 on, 2 out. A dangerous power hitter at the plate. Can Rodriguez find his command? Fouled off, and it's 0-1.
Chisholm hit the game-winning home run in the game last night after a Judge 3-run home run to tie it up. He had a solo shot to make it 7-6. Big year in the power department. 31 home runs and 80 RBIs for Chisholm.
And no doubt thinking about that short porch and right. Ground ball to second. Clement has it, and Yariel Rodriguez gets a big out.
Series. Little threw 9 pitches in the game and came into the game and got a big couple of outs for the Blue Jays. He came in early in the ball game and did a nice job. So he is on here in the 7th inning.
A 4-1 Blue Jay lead here in game 4. The first batter for Little is Paul Goldschmidt.
Nice job.
Goldschmidt, Austin Wells, and Anthony Volpe, the 6, 7, and 8 hitters, due up here in the bottom of the 7th for the Yankees. Little, the 6th pitcher of the night for the Blue Jays.
Inside.
That's inside, and it's 2-0.
Well, the one thing you don't want to do if you're pitching in this game against the Yankees is walk anybody. Every time you walk somebody, you get closer and closer to Aaron Judge.
There's a strike, 2-1.
They can hit it 500 feet, that still only counts 1.
Inside.
Inside, 3-1.
Inside.
And inside again. He didn't miss by much on a couple of those, but he issues a leadoff walk.
When the Blue Jays bullpen was having trouble in the middle of the summer, they were having trouble with the first batter of innings. They were walking the first guy, encouraging the offense they could get back into the game. In the latter stages of the season, that wasn't a problem.
Here's Austin Wells. A swing and a miss at a sharp knuckle curve, and it's 0-1 as Braden Fischer has now gotten up. And you can tell where he is in this, we're in the circle of trust. Another rookie like Fluharty, who has earned the trust of his manager. They need 9 more outs. Still out in the bullpen, Justin Brule, Tommy Nance, Braden Fischer, Jeff Hoffman, plus, of course, sitting out there in the bullpen right now, Trey Savage and Kevin Gausman. The 1-1 pitch outside. Fly ball to center and deep. Caught on the track by Varsho for a long, loud first out.
Keep him in the big part of this ballpark and you'll have some success. Well, it's hit a long way, but not far enough. Varsho went back to the warning track. Now, Pete Walker has come out of the Blue Jays dugout. And this is a little sequencing situation with Volpe. Volpe has struck out twice tonight. He struck out 3 times in the game last night. So in his last 6 plate appearances, he has 5 strikeouts. But he's got power.
He's 1 for 14 with 10 strikeouts in this series. Ryan McMahon, who's a left-handed batter, is still out of the on-deck circle right now, and now it looks like maybe he is being called back.
We'll see if Aaron, back for some more information, talking to the hitting coach.
Yeah, he's back out of the on-deck circle. So Aaron Boone's got a couple of right-handed batters in Ahmed Rosario and Jose Caballero. Volpe shows bunt. Let's remember, and it doesn't apply with Little on the mound, but Ben Rice is also sitting on that Yankee bench.
Yeah, and he's a threat, obviously. He has started in all 3 of these games. Didn't start tonight.
1-1 on Volpe.
Ahmed Rosario is their best pinch hitter. He has come off the bench all season long and done a great job delivering key hits.
Barger was in. He's backed up now. And Little gets the call on the corner. 1-2. Little a guy, it's funny, the more he can get him to chase, the more he strikes them out. But the more he's in and around the zone, the more of a ground ball guy he can be with all of the movement on his stuff. And a ground ball at somebody here would be just fine. They would love to turn 2. Can he get some weak contact? He got him to chase, and he'll take the strikeout for out number 2. And now it looks like McMahon has been called back, and it's going to be Ahmed Rosario to come up as a pinch hitter.
Yeah, and we mentioned Rosario is their best bat off the bench. He's done a great job pinch hitting all year long. And he's going to come up here and try to keep this inning alive. He'll bat with 2 outs.
So this is the number 9 spot in the order. As Buck mentioned, you're always aware of where Aaron Judge is. Judge is their 2-hitter, so it's Rosario. Little hoping to finish it right here. Grisham's on deck. Judge would be after that. But the Blue Jays hoping that that is something they can worry about in the 8th inning. At the knees, it's 0-1.
Rosario is 6 for 14 as a pinch hitter.
Center, it's a base hit. 2 on, and the tying run is going to come to the plate. It'll be Trent Grisham.
And Little will match up against another lefty with Judge on deck, and that's where you'd like to see him end this inning, standing on deck.
Grisham is 0 for 5 in his career against Little, and he is not swinging the bat well in this series.
0 for 3 tonight with a couple more strikeouts. He has 5 strikeouts in the 4 games in this division series.
It's getting even louder now here at Yankee Stadium. Blocked by Kirk, ball 1.
I don't know how he kept that ball in front of him. Take a look at this hard breaking ball, and he plays it off the mask. It doesn't go far enough for the base runners to advance. Whatever it takes, keep it in front of you.
Just a huge spot here with Judge in the on-deck circle. In there, 1-1.
Fluharty and Little, time and time again all season long, have pitched out of tough situations.
In the air, back of third. Jimenez is there, makes the catch. Had a few feet to spare in foul territory, and Brendan Little with the biggest out of his life. Relentless nature of their offense tonight, putting the ball in play, making things happen. And how about the way the pitching has gone as well? 6 pitchers have held the Yankees to 1 run through 7 innings, and now Braden Fischer is on to work the bottom of the 8th.
1 run on 2 hits, and how about Braden Fischer? He didn't come to the big leagues until May. May 11th, he made his debut at Seattle. He pitched an inning, gave up a hit, no runs, and then he had a phenomenal month of June. He pitched in 13 games, didn't give up a run in those 13 games, and only 6 hits.
And he's got to deal with Aaron Judge to begin the bottom of the 8th, but how nice does it feel for the Blue Jays to be up by 4 as he comes up with nobody on base? Remember the huge out that Brendan Little got to end the 7th. Otherwise, like let's say Grisham walks, Judge would have come up with the bases loaded in the 7th instead of here to lead off the bottom of the 8th.
Yeah, and he has done such a great job. Judge has a hit tonight. He's 1 for 2 and was walked intentionally in the 6th.
And a wide strike call. It's 2-1.
Judge has 8 hits in 13 at-bats in this series, including a big 3-run homer in last night's game.
And as you said, if he hits at 500 feet, he hits at 500 feet, but make them swing the bat. Don't walk guys.
They can't walk anybody here.
That's pretty good.
You've got the cushion. Pitch to the scoreboard.
The count is 2-2. After Judge, it's Bellinger and Stanton. Here's Fischer dealing with the heart of the order. What a job Eric Lauer did tonight. What a job they all have done tonight. He got him. A beautiful curveball there from Fischer to get Judge.
Tell you what, Braden Fischer has been remarkable in his ability to come in and shut down the opponents. Consistently throwing breaking balls, curveballs, and sliders, and this is a tremendous curveball. Great break down and away, and gets a big swing and a miss from Aaron Judge.
Cody Bellinger looks at a strike.
Nope.
Just high, and it's 1-1. Davis Schneider, Shane Bieber, Chris Bassett, everybody looking on with great interest in that third base dugout. As now Bellinger's popped it up on the infield. It's Clement taking charge. There are 2 down.
Rogers, proud owner of Canada's team.
Braden Fischer, a young man who has impressed the Blue Jay coaches with his poise, his confidence, his calm, no matter what the situation. Up the middle, that's a base hit for Stanton, a base runner for the Yankees with 2 outs here in the 8th.
To give you an idea just how good Braden Fischer has been on the road, he has not allowed a run on the road this season in 27 games. I mean, that's remarkable for a rookie pitcher not to be intimidated pitching away from home.
Nope.
The batter is Jazz Chisholm Jr., 0 for 3. A tough night for him. He is struck out. He's hit into a double play, and he committed an error that led to 2 unearned runs. Top of the zone, 1-1.
Top of zone, first.
Just in case Jeff Hoffman is up, but they'd like to save him for the 9th. One and 2. A peek at Stanton, who's not going anywhere, and the pitch.
Inside.
Inside, 2-2.
Fischer thought it might have caught the corner.
Oh, Pete Walker hanging on every pitch right now. The 2-2. Popped up, foul left side. Barger racing over, but it's back in the seats.
Yeah, Pete Walker, I mean, these are his kids. These are his guys. He fights and prepares them every single day. And when things don't go their way, he's upset. You can see that's Ben Rice loosening up. Big, powerful left-handed bat. Paul Goldschmidt, the right-handed hitter, is on deck.
Again, the 2-2. And a pop-up down the right field line. Lucas and Clement are both over, and it's in the seats.
Ernie crashed into the sidewall there in pursuit of that pop-up, and he just never gave up a chance to get it out here, and you can see how he slams into that sidewall.
Played some hockey. He's taken guys into the boards before. The battle continues, and now Chisholm will use his timeout. Bo Bichette as interested as anybody in that third base dugout. Again, the 2-2, and he missed high. It's full.
Wasn't it interesting how Fischer held the ball as long as he did in this situation? Very calm, very composed, knowing exactly what he wants to do.
Buck, he's only thrown 1 fastball since he's come in. A ton of curveballs, some sliders, a couple of cutters. And he missed high. He walks Chisholm. And the inning will continue. There are 2 men on, and Goldschmidt has been called back for Ben Rice.
And they're going to make a pitching change.
Yep.
You don't want Goldschmidt or Rice to hit against Fischer here. You're going to bring your closer in. And John Schneider has made the call. Jeff Hoffman will come in with 2 on and 2 outs in the 8th inning.
So Fischer got the first 2, the base hit to Stanton, and then he just could not find the zone against Chisholm. And it'll be Hoffman. It is 5-1 Blue Jays, bottom of the 8th. Trey Savage and Kevin Gausman have been down in the bullpen for several innings just in case. Neither has taken off the hoodie. Neither has gotten up and started to throw, but they are down there just in case John Schneider wants them. But Right now, Buck, he is looking for the last 4 outs from Jeff Hoffman, beginning with a big spot here in the bottom of the 8th.
Now, Hoffman hasn't pitched since game 1 in this series. That was on Saturday. He came in with the Blue Jays up 10-1, and he was able to get out of the inning. He hit a batter, Jose Caballero, but that was the only guy to reach base as he got a strikeout of Anthony Volpe to end that game.
Dangerous hitter, 2 on, 2 out here in the bottom of the 8th, and Ben Rice is pinch hitting for Paul Goldschmidt. 26 home runs on the season for Rice. Inside, ball 1.
Rice hit a game-winning home run against Hoffman in Toronto in a 4-4 game.
The only game the Yankees have won in Toronto this year, regular season or postseason. Play on at second. And back in safely is Stanton. Wouldn't that have been something?
Boy, Menace, he doesn't miss an opportunity. With Stanton wandering off second base, he breaks in behind the base runner. Hoffman wheeled and fired, but Stanton's able to get back.
The 1-0. Swing and a miss over the top of a split, 1-1.
Well, that's one thing that Rice really has trouble with. We saw it against Gausman in game 1. He doesn't have very good swings at that split finger pitch. I'm sure Hoffman picked up on that.
Another split, but this one is in the dirt. He pulled it down and in for ball 2.
And Rice has struck out in both of his first 2 plate appearances against Gausman, each on a split finger fastball.
Yeah, he's got much better numbers and has shown much more power against fastballs this year. Way up and away with that splitter. It's 3-1. Swing and a miss, 97, 3-2.
That was a good heater in a good spot. Obviously, Rice had to be thinking about the split finger pitch, even though he had the count in his favor. But Hoffman reached back for a little extra on that heater.
Runners will be going. Stanton from second, Chisholm from first. Fouled back. Had a pretty good hack at that fastball.
I'd throw him another splitter. 3-2 count. I know you don't want to walk him, but at the same time, I think you'll get Ben Rice to chase.
Again, the 3-2. He would not chase it. They appeal, but he didn't go. And it's ball 4 to load the bases.
Nothing comes easy at Yankee Stadium.
The tying run is at the plate. It's Austin Wells. 0 for 3 tonight. 0 for 4 in his career against Jeff Hoffman.
Game not facing Aaron Judge.
And that's Jason Dominguez, who is going to pinch hit here for the Yankees. He's batting for Anthony Volpe, who struck out in all 3 at-bats tonight. This is Dominguez's first appearance in the postseason. This series or the last series.
Regular season, he got into 123 games. And he hit 257 with 10 homers and 47 ribbies, but he is making his postseason debut here with this at bat.
The 0-1. Up and away, a ball and a strike. A close-knit group. We have seen that. Everybody who has watched the games all season long has seen that time and time again. Line drive, right center field, and it's going to split the outfielders and get to the wall. It'll be a double for Dominguez.
Dominguez, during the regular season, had 18 doubles, a triple, and 10 home runs, so he's got some extra base power. He gets a splitter up in the zone, out over the plate, and splits the outfield as it goes all the way to the wall in deep right center.
Here's Ahmed Rosario. High ball one. Remember, Aaron Judge is due up fourth. Dominguez at second, Rosario the batter, Grisham on deck, Judge behind him. Swing and a miss, good slider. Drive to left center, but it is playable. Straw is there for the first out.
Just counting outs now if you're the Blue Jays. That's all you care about. You got a 4-run lead.
And it feels huge because now Judge cannot come to the plate as the tying run.
Right. Just get that one out now. You got to focus on Trent Grisham. Grisham has had another rough night at the plate. 0 for 4 with 2 strikeouts. He is now 2 for 16 in the series.
Strike one.
Jeff Hoffman in the regular season had 33 saves. But he also gave up 15 home runs, but he did have 84 strikeouts in 68 innings.
One and one.
The encouraging thing about his first outing on Saturday was that his velocity was up to 97.
Yep.
That had been missing in September.
And we've seen anywhere from 95 to 97 with a fastball tonight. Missed outside with a slider to fall behind 2-1. Ground ball to the right side. A sliding stop, Guerrero, and he feeds Hoffman at the bag for the second out.
What a play by Vladdy. He stayed with it, couldn't get to his feet, so he just flips it underhand to Hoffman. He's had a great season defensively all year long, and he makes another fine play. Couldn't get up in time, but Hoffman is there to make the play at first. Vladdy started a phenomenal double play in the fourth, 3-6-3.
So there are 2 outs in the ninth, and the batter is Aaron Judge. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-1. Judge has had a big impact on this series. Of course, the 3-run homer last night. Swing and a miss again, and it's 0-2. Jeff Hoffman looking for his first career postseason save. And the 0-2 pitch. Judge wouldn't chase. Hoffman the set. Judge waits. And the 1-2. Line drive left field deep. It'll be off the wall on the fly. It's a long RBI single for Judge as Dominguez comes in to score, and it's 5-2.
Judge picks up the RBI. He hit it so hard it came off the wall too strong, and Judge has to check in at first base with a long single. His 6th RBI of the series.
So they are not done yet. The batter is Cody Bellinger. 0 for 4 tonight. Grounded foul, and it's 0-1. Bellinger is 4 for 11 in his career against Hoffman.
And he's 3 for 15 in this series. The Blue Jays have pitched him very tough.
The 0-1. Swing and a miss, 0-2. And again, the Yankees are down to their final strike. And the 0-2 pitch. Down low for ball 1.
Time.
25 pitches now for Jeff Hoffman. This is his game. There's nobody up in the pen. Guerrero playing behind Judge at first. The 1-2 pitch. Got him! Jeff Hoffman strikes out Cody Bellinger, and the Blue Jays have done it. They have knocked off the New York Yankees. They have won their first playoff series since 2016, and they are going to the American League Championship Series. What a job by those two tonight, John Schneider and Pete Walker, and every single face, Buck, that we see celebrating out behind the mound, each and every one of them had a hand in this series victory.
Absolutely. Everybody had a moment in the sun in this series. Kevin Gausman with a great start in game 1. Vladdy had a phenomenal season and a great division series. Jeff Hoffman gets the final out of the game. Trey Savage in game 2 established a record for strikeouts by a rookie in a postseason game, and everybody on this team has made a contribution to this effort all season long. How about Louis Varland? Last night he gave up a 3-run home run and a solo shot. He was the losing pitcher last night, and he told the manager, I want to get back on that horse. Put me back out there tonight to start this game, and he did a heck of a job.
An incredible job by this team. After the loss last night, you could imagine that a little tension would creep in, maybe some doubt would creep in, but they have stayed together, they have stayed mentally strong, and they have never stopped believing in one another, Buck, the entire season.
No, not at all.